Are you over 50, or are you a neutral lover like me? Do you like simple looks? Do you lack makeup artist level skills for putting on eyeshadow and keep your looks really simple? And when you see something like this new release by Danessa Myricks, you would be like, nope, not my jam, not my thing. Too complex, too bright, too colorful, too bold. I might just change your mind. Stick with me. We're about to look at this in depth, and you might just be surprised at what you think after this video.
Under her disguise, And all the girls around the world, they wanna be. And all they do to tell the story.
I'm Mona. I'm 54. I'm from South Louisiana, and basically I like boring neutrals with a little hint of something special every now and then. I was a big fan of Pat McGrath for that very reason. I loved her Mothership palettes because I could do my neutral look and I could add just a little bit of a special shimmer that would draw some interest and intrigue on my eyes. I'd get a lot of compliments from those looks without requiring a high level of skill. This reminds me of all of Pat McGrath's special shades in one palette. And yes, it's pricey. You may have seen it and you may have blown it off as something you would not be interested in. And normally I wouldn't be either. But I think I might change your mind. Okay, this is plastic. This is well thought out. Everything is magnetic. You can look on her site and see this. On the box, there is a QR code that you can scan, and it'll take you to some videos that show you application and more about the palette. This comes off, and it's a mirror. These all come out. Each one of these individual shades can be moved around to any palette, so you can customize it. They're portable. You can take all of these palettes out. I'm only taking one out for the sake of this, but you can take all three out. They all stack behind each other in a magnet. And you can put them in this magnetic bag that she attached, and you can bring it with you anywhere. So it's portable and it's flexible in the fact that you can change this. You can also use this base as a Z palette. So if you have some of her groundwork shades and you want to put some of those in here to go with some of these, you can. Now I wish what would have made it perfect is if those would have fit into this pan, and if this mirror would have been attached and bigger, but I guess you can't have everything, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about why this might be right for you if you are over 50. I know my video is going up late. I had it all ready to go. We had Hurricane Francine hit South Louisiana, and I lost power and internet. And after that, so many reviews are now up that I thought that I would just condense it, and I would hit the highlights. That no matter how much of a neutral lover you are, or how not fancy you are with your makeup skills, this palette may be something that you actually really love and enjoy. I have swatched every shade, and I have done eye swatches. You can see a little staining on my eye from them. At the end of this video, there will be timestamps so you can jump around. At the very end of this video, I will have me doing all the eye swatches. You can see how each individual color in this palette can be used on its own as a beautiful one and done swipe across the lid. Or you can combine two. It doesn't have to be complex. We're going to do 2 easy looks today. There's 9 finishes, and those are as follows. We have a cream chrome, which is a dynamic full coverage cream based chrome pigment. Wear them alone or build on top. You have 4 soft satin mattes. So these are anchor colors for any look that you want to create. You can have that outer V, you can have that crease color. You can put it all over your lid and cover it with a shimmer. These can be used on your cheeks, on your eyes. It's on my lips and my cheeks today. So I have my highlight from this palette, I have my blush from this palette, and my lips. Now I should have used a liner because you can see I kind of smeared it, or I should have applied it with a lip brush because I kind of, my fingers are fat and my lips are little. There's also Slick Chrome, which is a wet look multi-chrome pigment powder. There are duochrome crushed sparklers, semi-translucent dual tones with dimensional toppers, super chromes, which are multi-chrome tricolor shifting pigments. There are cushion chrome, which is a creamy powder super shifter with an amplified pigment payoff. There's halo chromes, which are ethereal ultra-dynamic multi-chrome fairy dust, elastin multi-chrome, which is a semi-translucent holographic shifter shade. And then you have one glass sheen, which is a semi-transparent sparkler. I promise you, this is not as overwhelming as it seems. So I'm going to flash up the swatches from each of these 6 pans, and I'm just going to show you how they look outside and inside, and I want you to just think of how that would look on your eye as a one and done when you're looking at those. And then we're going to go into two looks that are very easy. I'm going to show you how this is not as extreme as it looks for the more mature woman. Alright, we're going to start with this palette right here, which is normally right here. When I put them back in, I put them in backwards. So it's normally this one, and then this one. So I'm going to go into these pinks. These are definitely wearable. So if I take this matte right here, this pink matte, and I take a loose, fluffy rougher brush, and I just go in. Now to keep this video from being too long, we're not going to do really fancy looks. I'm just showing you how easy it is for the novice makeup person to create a beautiful look with this palette. And if your skills are enhanced, there is no limit to what you can create. And my eyes are sore from swatching 18 shades on them, and they're watering a little bit. So don't judge this look as harshly as you normally would. Look, I have a little bit on my nose. Okay, so these mattes are buildable. They're easy to blend. My eyes are a little bit sore and a little bit wet from my eyes watering from being so irritated. So they're not going on as easy as they normally did. But buildable with a little bit of shimmer. With a sheen. I don't know if shimmer is the right word. I guess it says it's a tonal shimmer. So that in itself is beautiful. These can all also be applied with your fingers. You don't even need a brush. Okay, I am going to go in to this color right here, which looks pink on the camera, but it's definitely got a shift. I'm also going to pick up this one. Look at this. So you can see this is just an ethereal pink. This has got a little hint of green. We're going to pack this right here. And then I'm going to go on the inner corner with this one right here, which looks to be white, but this is that fairy dust formula. Look how beautiful this is. It goes on so smooth and silky. It's a thin formula, and it's so beautiful. This is a perfect inner corner highlight as well. So then I'm just going to take a brush, and I'm just going to blend that. So what you have here is a look that is not too over the top. It's easy to create, and it adds some dimension and some shimmer and some interest. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to apply my eyeliner and my mascara. So this is look one. You can see it's very simple, not overdone, not overstated, but yet you have a little bit of sparkle and glimmer and a little bit of something special to draw attention to your eyes. It takes no effort to create this look. I used the Bad Gal Bang in Brown mascara and just did this simple look. So let's go in and let's do another look on this eye. So in this eye, I'm going to use this. Take the fluffy brush and go in with this matte color. This eye is not watering quite as much as this eye, so hopefully it'll be a little easier to work with. Look how pretty that is. What a beautiful fall color. Just going to bring that more over the lid in the center without being so pigmented, without adding more color, just to provide kind of like a base for the shimmer. I'm going to go in with a clean brush and just blend these outer edges. I went in a little dark with it. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this color right here. It just gives you a little bit of sheen and shimmer, and that could be a look just like that. Or you can punch it up a little bit. You can go in with this color right here. Then I'm going to go in the inner corner with this color right here. And that is going to be my look. I'm going to line my eyes. I'm going to blend these out. Stamp a little bit more in that outer V. And then I'm going to line, and I'm going to put my mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the completed second look. Keep in mind my eyes are still watering. This one's even watering. I have wetness right here. That is from putting the 16 shades on my eyes, and you'll see those swatches at the end. So simple. These are simple looks that anybody can create. They take no special skill. Now if you have special skill, you can really create some fascinating looks. But even though this palette looks intimidating, it's really not. It's not intimidating at all. It is, most of these shades can just be simple one and dones across your eyes for just beautiful looks. You have some that are just clear with just a hint of sparkle, and then you have some that are rich and can stand alone or be topped with a topper. You have so much you can do, but the pinks, all of these pinks, the purples, these fall colors, all of these are really not that over the top, even if you're somebody who likes a nude look or a simple look. I think this is definitely a palette that I'm glad that I have, and I think that I will enjoy using it. I am happy that I got it. You can see all the swatches. I've used it so many times. I've created so many looks. I've played with the purples and the blues and the greens, and they are so fun. Mixing the purples and the pinks together are fun. You can make like this green blue look that is incredible. But I was trying to show you that you really can create everyday looks with just a little bit of punch for just a fun impact without getting too much out of your comfort zone. And I'm going to leave you with the footage of me applying each shade, doing the eye swatches individually, so that you can get an idea of what they look like on their own. This is a fun palette, but it's also an easy palette, and I think Danessa Myricks knocked it out the park with this one. As somebody who doesn't like my looks to be too complex, this palette has been remarkably easy for me to use and create looks that I like with them. And I like just applying one or two as a wash of color over my eyes as well. So thank you for the patience. I apologize for skipping last week, but that was not to be helped with the hurricane. I have a purse review coming up. If you're looking to save some money for Christmas and you're looking to give someone a replica bag that is high quality, looks just like the real thing, and is a fraction of the cost, you might want to stick around for that one. And I still have my top 5 favorite foundations to share with you. If you want to, stick around for the eye swatches. Let me know what you think of this palette also. Is this something that's definitely a pass for you? Did the fact that I'm finding it so easy to use with my beginner skills like sway you a little bit and make you more interested in a palette that might normally be a pass? This is just a pretty pink look. You could do pretty purple looks. You could do combination of pink and purple. You can definitely do some orange, peachy, fall, rust colored looks without too much impact, but yet a little bit of special. I will be right back, but before I take off this eyeshadow and we start to apply these shades, I wanted to share something with you all. So I am going to be a grandma, and this is handpicked for Earth by my great grandpa in heaven. My son and his bride brought me this. They are expecting in March, so I will have a baby baggage in March of 2025, and I am so excited. All right, I'm going to take this off, and then we are going to jump right into eye swatches. So we're going to start with Proud. This is one of 2 halo. So when you see me looking down, I'm just going to be looking at my notes. So the first color we're going to go into is Proud. This is one of 2 halo chromes. So this is an ethereal multi-chrome that is sort of a fairy dust texture. So let's look at this all over the eyes. These can be used for the eyes, the face, the cheek. I had my blush on earlier with one of these, with one of the toppers over it as a highlighter. So we're going to go with the color Proud. Again, this is a halo chrome, ethereal multi-chrome, fairy dust texture. So if I blend this a little bit, we're not going to be blending these too much. I'm just showing you kind of how you can make this a one and done look. All right, so we're going to go into higher, which is the super chrome. This is a multi-chrome tri-color. This is my favorite 6. So you can see these both are very wearable and very beautiful. I don't know if you're catching the reflect. All right, the next color we're going to go into is Unapologetic, one of my favorite colors in the palette. And this is just a matte. It is a matte satin. It's definitely creamy. It feels almost like that formula that you get in Natasha Denona's palettes. Those cream to powder formulas. So you can see I packed it on. This is very intense. But these sheer out really well. You can use this as an anchor in the outer V, and I've made quite a few looks with this color. It's a beautiful fall color. Actually, my bad that I was messy with this. So you can use this as a one and done. You can use this as an outer V. I think it's a great base for the shimmers and toppers. Okay, so let's go into the next one, which is Rise. So Rise is one of 3 duochromes crushed sparklers. They're supposed to be semi-transparent with a tonal shimmer. I think that they're pretty opaque though. And on any of these, you can change up the base. Like if you put these over a black base or a blue base or a green base, you're gonna get an even more dramatic, beautiful look. Wipe off my brush and just come back. Beautiful. I definitely could put on a little eyeliner and mascara and just go with either one of these. Of course, I clean this up on the inside, but beautiful. Or you could pair it with anything else, or you could use this to top something, like you could use this to top this. All right, we're gonna go in with the next 2. Okay, now we're gonna go into Gleaming and Nirvana. So Gleaming is another super chrome, multi-chrome with tri-colors. So it looks like a straight up green until you put it on the eyes. And then you get this beautiful shift. So you could sheer it out, or you could build it up. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the last one in here. This is the color Nirvana. So this is a cream chrome. There's 2 of those in this palette. And it definitely feels opaque and thick and foiled. Stunning shade. I find this better if you kind of pack it down on your lid. It's so thick and creamy that you don't get ball out either. So if you just had this on your eyes, or you just had this with some mascara and some eyeliner, it would definitely be simple to put on, and it would make it look like a more complicated look than it actually is. And you could blend it higher than the crease. It's the one and done eyeshadow that doesn't look like a one and done eyeshadow. Although my eyes are swollen and sore from yesterday, I wanted to try to change the lighting to see if you could see the effects of these swatches on my eye a little bit better. So let's go into this palette right here. We're going to go into the color Serenity, which is a halo chrome. This is that fairy dust consistency. Tell me this isn't beautiful, and you couldn't just wear it on its own. Okay, and we're going to go into Joy, which is a third super chrome, multi-chrome, tri-color texture or finish. I'm going to take these off and we'll be back with the next two. Okay, we're going to go into Joy, this soft buildable matte. You've seen this in my pink look. It's a soft matte with a little bit of shimmer or sheen, and it's very buildable and very easy to work with. Okay, we're going to go into the next color, which is Dance. There's only one of this formula. Dance is a glass sheen, semi-transparent sparkler. Okay, we're going to go into the next two. Okay, we're going to go into this one, which is a cream chrome. This is the color Rejoice. And a cream chrome is full coverage cream. And it definitely is full coverage, full opacity. And look at that reflect. That is beautiful. We're going to go into the last one of this six. This is Bliss. This is just one of those soft buildable mattes. And you can build it up to a much deeper intensity. I'm not going to do that for the sake of these swatches because I have to scrub them off and start over. But this makes a great anchor for your outer V. I'll be back with the last six. Okay, we're going to go into Release. This is one of one in this formula type. It's Elastin Multichrome Semi-Holographic. Beautiful, right? Okay, we're going to go into Fluid, which is the second of three semi-translucent duochrome toppers. And it says semi-translucent, but I do not think this is semi-translucent. I think this is very opaque. How beautiful that is. They're not patchy. My eyes may be getting patchy from doing this off and on multiple times, but I've played with all of these finishes in multiple looks and none of them are patchy. I'm going to take these off and come right back. Okay, we're going to go in with this one. This is Euphoria. This is the third of three duochrome crushed sparkler super shifter shades. Okay, now we're gonna go into this one. This is the only one with this formula. This is Empowered. It is a Slick Chrome Wet Look Multi-Chrome Pigment Powder. This is a great anchor for your corner. It's also a great base for every single one of these other shadows. If you lay this down on your lid and then you top them with all of the other colors in this palette, you can see that is not the pigment. That is my eye watering. My eyes are screaming mercy. I have swiped these in different lights. I have swiped these trying to get the best way for you to see them, and my eyes are done. So it's not just 18 times, it is more like 36 times. Now, as dark as this looks, you can actually blend this out really, really well when your eye is not watering and wet and swollen. You can blend to a very mellow color. Well, maybe not very mellow. It can blend to a really pretty purplish shade with a black base. Now, obviously this looks messy because, like I said, my eye is watering. But you can see that you can blend it out to a color that's not so intense. Look right here. Now this part of my eye is so wet that it's making it look darker. You're getting the idea of what I'm talking about. You can blend it out to a much softer look. Or you can stamp it on for maximum intensity. And if you blend this out like this, and then you top it with other shades, the look is stunning. What's amazing to me, this looks so bold, but it is really easy to work with. I have no big makeup skills, and I have been able to create so many pretty looks. I'll be popping some of those up as I recreate them on my YouTube shorts. I am not going to create too many more looks here simply because my eyes are done and I'm not able to get that good look because my eyes are watering so much that it's, you know, altering the finish and the blendability of the shadow. Kind of went back in here with this blue shade, and then you went in here with this green shade or teal shade, just so easy and so pretty. Hope you were able to appreciate the versatility of this palette. You have a little bit of fallout. That is due to my eyes being so wet, and there's water down here, you know, from dripping. There's water up here coming out of the tear ducts on both sides. But they're not really that messy. You don't get a lot of fallout. You don't have a face full of glitter with these colors on the Ordinary unless you're eye swatching them multiple times, the whole palette. So when you're playing with them or you're creating a look with just a few of the colors at a time, you're not getting a lot of fallout. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. I know it was a little bit long, and this was kind of a difficult one to film, especially with the hurricane interruption. So if you stayed to the end, I really appreciate that a lot. And this is one last look after many eye swatches. So my eyes are still a little bit weepy, but I think you can get kind of the gist of this beautiful look. See you in the next video. Please take care, and y'all stay well.
This other smile, we'll never know. She's a Mona Lisa.